right, welcome back. Episode 7. It is currently November 10th. We got sophomore Dylan Elmore from Osawatomie, Kansas, 165 pounds. I know that's not how you say it, is it?
Yeah, you could. It's Osawatomie,
Osawatomie.
Osawatomie. It's anything really.
Population of about, 1,000 people?
Yeah, give or take.
I got to kick this one off. Semper Fi, happy Marine Corps birthday to all our Marines out there. Thank you for your service and commitment to the Corps' values and to our country. And then, tomorrow is a Veterans Day. So, again, thank you to everybody, past and present, who's out there serving and protecting our freedoms. This is a recording, so it'll be released probably later this week, but have to say it. And, actually everybody that probably listens to this is somehow tied to the military. So, great opportunity to say thank you. So happy Marine Corps birthday, Semper Fi, and happy Veterans Day to everybody. So thank you, Dylan, for your service and, your future service and the good stuff you're doing for us on the mat. And yeah, man. So Osawatomie, gonna mess that up forever, but I just gotta ask, what was it like growing up in Kansas, and how is that like different than the vibe you get from Annapolis?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a lot slower in Kansas. Like, there's a lot of small. There's like two different parts of Kansas. You got like Western Kansas where it's just like nothing and then more nothing. And you got Eastern Kansas, which is like a lot of rivers and lakes and trees. And you got like the suburbs of Kansas City, which like I live kind of in between. So there's like you got the small towns, which is like it's just like any like small town. It's like small town culture. Everyone knows each other. And you got like the suburbs where it's like it's a lot more like bigger, I guess. Like there's a lot of schools everywhere and there's a lot of people. I was kind of in the middle. Like I lived outside of a small town in the country.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's definitely a lot different than Annapolis. Like Annapolis is a lot like just faster pace. Like I hate like driving here too is terrible. Like in the summer, there's so many people, but there's just a lot more people out here. Like I grew up in the country and it's just like a lot different, but it wasn't too bad because I traveled a lot growing up, so I was like used to being in different places. But I like Kansas. A lot of people think it's like, oh, it's boring. There's not a lot to do, but it's not necessarily a bad thing.
And you were traveling because of wrestling, or like just your parents wanted to get you guys out?
Yeah, it was mainly for wrestling. I didn't really think I went on like too many vacations that weren't for wrestling. Like we would go on an elk hunting trip. Like I only went twice to Colorado, like northwestern Colorado in the mountains. We'd go out and camp for like a week, like me and my family and like family friends. But that was about it. It was mainly just wrestling I travel for.
Now, so is Osawatomie north, south, east, west? Like where are we talking?
Like
Kansas?
northeast. It's
Northeast?
like we're about 55 an hour, like south of Kansas City, 55 minutes. So it's pretty like it's not really well known in the area. Like it's probably one of the smaller towns. Even people that live like in the area are like, never heard of that one.
So what would you do growing up? Like, I know you're a hunter. Like, what was your favorite thing to do outside of wrestling that you would do, spend your time doing?
I always spent my time with my cousins. Like there's my family, like my mom's side of my family lives like in this town called Lacine. And I would go over there like in the summer almost every day. And like me and my cousins, I would stay at my grandma's and we just like ride bikes all day. Or like my grandpa would take us driving around. We'd go fishing, go on the river and swim. Like we don't like it was just like a bunch of outdoor stuff with my cousins. I also played a lot of video games growing up, which I still do. So I mean I spent most of my summers like when I was at school at wrestling at my grandma's. My cousins riding bikes.
Yeah. What games did you play growing up?
I played a lot of Assassin's Creeds and then I played a lot of Call of Duty. Which I mean, I played Grand Theft Auto 2. I was probably like too young for Grand Theft Auto. I remember I had GTA 4. Like I was probably like 8 or 10 years old, and I got GTA 5 when it
Nice.
came out. So I was a big gamer.
What's the biggest buck you've killed?
Biggest bug? I don't know. I never really like scored. I think I shot a 13 pointer a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Can't remember. I think it was like my 8th grade year. Yeah. I shot a really big one that I never found though. That was disappointing.
Ooh,
It was during rifle season too, which is like, come on. Like you have a rifle, you should be able to hit
put
it.
it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the
I don't
13
know.
pointer bow?
Yeah, it was with the bow. Wait, no, that one was with the rifle. I shot a nice one last year with my bow. And then my first year I ever shot was with a bow, and it was a pretty nice one.
Yeah.
But I think the 13 pointer was with a rifle.
So how did you get into wrestling then? Like what was like did your dad wrestle? Like what was the, introduction to that?
Oh yeah. So I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of a funny story. Like, so my mom and dad both wrestled in high school. Like there wasn't like a big family thing. Like my dad was a big football, baseball player, and my mom was like really good at basketball. But growing up, I was like really big in the baseball and football. Like I wasn't really like even thinking about wrestling. So when I was about like 5 years old, I was playing flag football and like t-ball. And I was playing. I was with my grandpa at like this park, and I was playing on the monkey bars. And some kid threw a water bottle at me, and I like fell off and broke my arm.
Oh geez.
So I was like out of flag football and baseball for forever. So like on the weekends, my mom would take me to watch my like older cousin wrestle at tournaments. And so and I sorry, and I like kind of fell in love with the sport. Like watching him, I was like, well, I want to wrestle. This looks fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, my dad didn't want me to because I just broke my arm. But like right when I got my cast off, my mom put me into wrestling. And then my dad was like, what are we doing? He's broken. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I started wrestling when I was like 6 because of watching my older cousin. So
That's awesome. That's that's pretty young. My son's only 5, about to be 6, and he like wants nothing to do with it right now. So, that's cool that you kind of like saw it and, and then felt like it was what you wanted to do pretty young. So you got into it like right when you were that way.
So I had my first, so I started wrestling, and then I just had a competition like right off the bat. And I hated wrestling. I also loved wrestling at the same time. Like I went out on my first match and I tech falled the kid, and I like went up to my dad. I'm like, all right, can we go home now? I don't want to do this anymore. And I was like on a roll my first 3. I went 15-0 my first 3 tournaments, and I hated every bit of it for some reason. I like would love it, and then after I'd be like, all right, I don't want to go home. This is too much.
It's kind of interesting you say that. Like a lot of people, especially people who are successful in the sport, like always talk about how like it took them, 3, 4, 5 seasons to like actually get a winning record. But so you kind of had that opposite.
I started off high, and then I like went down. So I met my arch nemesis, and like when I was like 6, he's in the NFL now. The guy like Jacob Parrish, he played. He's a starting corner. I forgot what team, but he was my first loss, and after that, it just went downhill for like a year and a half.
Well, I'm sure as you like continue to do it more and you're traveling more, you're wrestling better guys, so you probably didn't get worse. You're probably just wrestling more experienced and
also was like I was also like in a lower age level than like I was like 7, but I just turned 7. I was 8 and under, so it was like one of the weird years. Your wrestling people are older than you.
Well, no, it's cool. I've never asked you that, so it's kind of interesting, and I've never been to I have been to Kansas City in Kansas, but only for like a couple hours. So I don't have much exposure to like how it was that you like how you grew up. But then just hearing how you like immersed yourself in the sport is kind of cool. So
Kansas is pretty much like every other state where there's like fields and trees. Like one of the places out here that reminds me of Kansas is Delaware. Like it's like the same state. There's just a lot of farmland, and
Yeah.
It's a lot of farmland where I live, so it's pretty similar.
Yeah. Well, so you probably were driving a lot to get to practice, go to clubs and stuff, but well, okay, and so you obviously you're a youngster now. Let's talk about naps. I think you had a different naps experience than most people. Because it was really just you, Peyton Thomas, and is that it?
There was 2 others, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
We were
guys,
recruited ones.
yeah, you and Nate and Peyton, like that's got to be weird. It had to have been weird with
It was
Peyton.
really weird. It was like it would just be me and Peyton in there and Kreiser and his brother.
Yeah.
And it was just like, all right, let's practice, and it'd just be me and Peyton in there.
Mm-hmm.
And like there'd be like basketball practicing by us too. It was just like it was like weird, but it was also really good because we just got like one-on-one time all the time. Like there wasn't like a bunch of people in the room. Like coach was watching everyone. I think it helped me a lot. It was just like me and Peyton and Kreiser in there. So like he was watching us the whole time, like critiquing stuff.
And wrestling a bigger guy, like
too. Like that.
What's that?
Wrestling Peyton every day too. Like someone that's like that much bigger than you and like good. So it helped. It like made me a lot better.
Yeah. That was probably that would have been, I think, the hardest thing for me is not because he's bigger, but Peyton's like he's really strong and
I had to stay away from him and like
protect yourself at all times. No, because he's an animal. But okay. Well, what else? I mean, like you probably made a lot of good friends there. I know that's something that all the Napsters talk about is like you get really tight. Obviously, you and Peyton have a pretty special relationship, and then I don't know, maybe share a little bit more outside of wrestling that your Naps experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was I had a little bit different experience with Peyton. Peyton's he's a big extrovert guy. He likes to talk. I don't know, I stay in a lot. Like I wasn't really going out a lot, like talking to people. I spent a lot of time playing video games, but in my company area, I did a lot of fishing with one of the lacrosse kids. Like me, and we would go fishing like almost every weekend, but he isn't here. He got hurt his knee before coming here and like showed up to I-Day then left.
Oh no.
He's probably like one of my best Snaps friends, but
yeah,
me and him we would go fishing all the time. There's a pier at Naps and like you get like right next door where our dorms were, and you can just go off and fish off of it. And then like you can have cars and stuff there, and he would just drive us to these good spots that he would like. His coach was a fisher too, so he would like tell us all the spots to go to, and we'd go on the weekends. And then Peyton I wasn't really close to these kids at first, but these 2 football players were in Peyton's company, and I like hung out with Peyton, so I started hanging out with them. And there's Jake and Carp. They're like, so like me, Jake, and Carp and Peyton are like really like we're just best friends pretty much. It's like our friend group, and we all met at Naps, so that was pretty good. But it's also funny. Me and Peyton have known each other since we're like 8 years old.
How's that?
Not a lot of people know. We used to wrestle when we were kids, like in elementary school and middle school. At like Southern Plains, we would wrestle like every year.
Like you guys would compete against each other.
Yeah, we had a history. We've probably wrestled about 7 times.
Wow, no, I didn't know that. So when you guys saw each other at Naps, you're like, "Oh dang, not this guy." What?
I think the record was even. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. But
we'll have to ask him.
So I already knew him before, so that was cool. Like already knowing him and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Did Colat know that?
I don't think so until I told him. Like we told him. Like I'm like, oh yeah, we've been wrestling forever.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, it was funny. We were supposed to be on a dual team. Like we were both committed, and we were supposed to go on a dual team, and I got hurt, so I couldn't go. But
what's with you getting hurt all the time?
I don't know. It's pneumonia. You
had to throw the pneumonia out there. Oh geez. All right. So plebe last year, youngster now. You gotta be loving youngster year. Like, how do you like?
Yeah.
How much better is this year than last year?
It's so much better. Like sometimes forget, like I'll have a long day and I'll like go sit in my room and I'll sit there. I'm like, well, at least I'm not a plebe right now. That's nice. I can, I go back and shut my door, turn my lights off, lay in bed, not really have to worry about anyone saying anything to me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so much. School's way better too. Like I'm taking classes I like. Like I like my history classes a lot. And Calc 3 is a lot easier than Calc 2. And I'm not taking chemistry anymore. And that's a plus. I hated chemistry.
Physics.
Physics isn't that. This is my fourth year of physics. Like, if you take the same class 4 years in a row, like, you can't fail.
Yeah.
You have to try to fail at that point. But
Yeah.
it's way better, though. Like, just not having to be in uniform all the time is really nice. Like, it's just a lot more freedom. You can kind of just do whatever you want after school. So it's
Mm-hmm.
nice.
All right. Well, what about difference as a wrestler, like as an athlete from last year to this year? I mean, you missed like this first part of the season last year due to some injuries. But we're only 2 weeks into the season, and I feel like you've already gotten like almost as many matches as you had last year. You know, last week we had the duel against Pitt and then right into the Navy Classic. And then this weekend we had two duels, App State, Rutgers, and then we threw you right into the Journeyman Classic where you got three.
Yeah, I've had 9 matches this year.
Yeah.
Already.
So like, what's the biggest difference for you already, or how is this year different from last year so far? I know, like I said, it's only 2 weeks into the season, but as an athlete yourself individually, but then also like as a team, how has it kind of felt different so far?
I mean, I like we brought in a lot of good freshmen I like a lot, like, Yaki, Nate, and all the Naps kids, and obviously Spencer. It's like brought a whole new like energy to the team, which is nice. But I mean, season wise, like last year, I just did duels. Like I only had like Soldier Salute, and then it was conference, but it was this duel, so it felt like a lot more spread out. And then now it's like tournament duel, boom boom. Like it's like a lot different in that sense, but I kind of like it though. I feel like the more I'm on the mat, like wrestling, the better I get.
Yeah.
Well, like I like getting a lot of mat time. Like I enjoy it. I don't like wrestling once, and I'm like, all right,
Wait 2 weeks and then once.
Yeah, now we have another one.
Yeah, I think last year you had 16 matches.
Yeah,
I did. And you finished, third in the conference. So you I think despite your late start in the season, like you did a good job. The staff did a good job getting you to peak at the end of the year. We don't have enough time to like recap all of last year, but I think everybody, myself included, was really impressed with the way that you, like I said, just you peaked at that conference tournament and you continue to make adjustments throughout the tournament. You ended up beating the guy in your third and fourth place match that had, beat you earlier in the tournament. So you ended the year on a high, despite not getting like a bid to nationals. Like had you wrestled the beginning of the season, like I think you would have gotten some more attention as far as like rankings and then RPI stuff. So I don't know what else, like, what about as a team? You mentioned the vibes, like a lot of young, like guys coming in, bringing a lot of energy and, mixing into the lineup. But what about like, how would you describe like the culture of the team this year versus last year?
I mean, a lot of it's like, it's pretty similar. Like we just, like a lot of the new guys have kind of adapted the culture, but it's just a lot more like upbeat, I guess. Like we have a lot more talkative guys on the team, and like duels are fun because, you got Beanie. There's like just a lot to look forward to. Like you're looking forward to watching Spencer wrestle, and you got Ricciardi. It's like, it's a lot of fun. Like a lot of funny guys. Like I don't know, I like funny people, and all the new, I feel like every dude on our team is like funny, which is nice. But I don't know, like everyone gets along really well, which is something I really enjoy. Like I wasn't really like ever used to that. Like even in high school, like I thought a lot of the kids on my team were weird, which I mean they kind of were, but like here I was like I enjoy like being around everyone. I could talk to anyone on our team. Like everyone gets along really well, so
Yeah.
that's nice. And it's just like one thing I like about our team is like a lot of people see what other people are doing, like that are succeeding, and they build off that. So if you see Danny doing a certain workout, like people are emulating Danny because he's an All American, and you see like someone working this hard, you're like, oh, I have to outwork them. It's like it's kind of like what Colot was building last year with like performance based, like perform. Like I feel like the culture is like I see someone else working hard, I got to try to work harder than them. That's what I like that a lot about the team. Like it's just like trying to be better at everything.
Yeah.
Someone's doing something, you got to do better than them, and it's just like builds a big competition. Everyone gets better, so I
He
enjoy that.
does he does talk a lot about that performance-based mindset and then having like a competitive room. And I think the freshmen uh especially have bought into that pretty quickly. I think Ricciardi's a good example of that. Spencer's a good example of that. Gage, Yaki, you know, who Benny, like Benny just like he's been again, we're only 2 weeks into this thing, but Benny's wrestled pretty well. Been exciting to watch, and he competes pretty hard. So I agree. And then especially like just to piggyback off what you said about Wask, like yeah, I think having him come back this year is like it really is a game changer as far as like um being a guy for other people to look to as an example. You know, and Danny's a humble guy, so it's like it's kind of cool. Like he'll get taken down sometimes, or he'll give up points here and there, and um, he doesn't get upset or whatever. It's just like I think that adds like an extra boost to whoever he's competing against. Like, oh, I just took down Danny Wask, or he's an All-American. Like maybe I'm right there. I can do that. If you see him picking up the stones, and you go over there and try that, it's like, oh, okay, like this dude does it. Like I can do that. I don't know. Does that make sense, or like, am
Yeah,
I?
that makes sense. It's also like nice being able to go into practice every day, and like I get to wrestle with like I get the opportunity to wrestle with some of these guys who are like the best wrestlers in the country. Like Danny's one of the best wrestlers in the country, and like the opportunity to get to train with him and wrestle with him every day, like just makes me better and
Yeah,
everyone else better. So like that's just a great opportunity. Like I have so many good partners around my weight class. It's like it's really great. Like Danny and Lay and Cooper and like everyone, obviously you and like this is really good. Like having all these partners, especially Danny, like, in the room.
you bring up the other thing about like the freshmen and the energy, and like excited to watch other people compete. Like, how much do you think people actually feed off one another? I know my personal opinions about this, but like you're coming up right after John Lay, and then he's coming up right after Kamen, and then Ricciardi, and so like how do you think that really impacts, especially in duels, like the momentum of things, and like do you feel like you personally feed off of the energy that you wrestle in front behind?
I think it varies from people. From me, like this is just me. Like it may be different from other people. I've never really like it's never really like affected how I wrestled. Like it doesn't matter if someone before me's had like a really bad match or a really good match. I still think I perform the same either way. Like because I'm not a guy that needs to be like, oh, like hyped up before he wrestles. Like I can be, but I don't think it's like really
Yeah,
gonna affect how I wrestle. I just go out and try to perform and give my effort and like I mean that's really all you could do. You can't really control what happens like outside of everything. The only thing you control is your attitude and the way you like in your effort, and that's all I really try to focus on. Because like if you control those two things and you go in, like there's really nothing else you could have done. So like it's never really affected me much. Like I've kind of noticed that like I'll like think of things like oh, like this might affect how I wrestle, and then I'll really think about it. I'm like, really? Like, I don't think it's gonna change anything. Like, I still think I'm gonna perform the same no matter what. Because like once you're on the mat, you're on the mat. Like all that stuff goes out the window. So like once the whistle blows, you're just like in the match. Maybe
Yeah,
before, yeah, but like once it blows and you start moving your feet, like take that first shot, like all that just goes out the window, I think.
no, for sure, for sure. What about Bronigal? How do you think having a guy like him? I know he's bigger than you. I don't know if he gets as much time because he's bigger. If you work with him as much, but what about having a guy like him who's still competing, had a lot of success in college, but still like actively competing and trying to get better? How do you think that kind of influences and shapes the culture of like the RTC practices and stuff?
Oh, it's a lot. Like it helps a lot having someone like that too. That's like he's been through college wrestling, like he's already been through all of it, and he's still competing like right now. So he's like still in it. He's still feeling it, and like you just get to learn from someone like that and watch like how they wrestle. It's really nice. Like just he has so much knowledge and like the places where I like to hit moves. Like I like drags, and he was a big drag guy. So
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like he's taught me so much, like just in that position. Like I think he's like for Danny is really good too because Danny's just like he's kind of a brawler in a way, and I feel like they're
Yeah,
kind of the same. And
yeah.
for me as well, because I've always had trouble with those types of guys that whole position that are strong, like
Mm-hmm.
bigger, maybe a little shorter than me, and like he's perfect, like to roll around with, just because like that's the type of people I have trouble with wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good having like him because I have to like be able to move my feet to get him out of position. He's just a bigger guy, so
Yeah.
it affects a lot, especially that he's competing too, like that, like seeing how he trains and like what he does, like is a really good learning experience for like me and everyone else in the room.
I think he's kind of jumped right into the team pretty fluidly. I think the guys really like him, and
But
he's fun to be around within the in the staff office and stuff. And it seems like he really enjoys it as well. Being like, like we both just mentioned, he's still competing like as an athlete, but I think he actually enjoys like that coach's perspective too. I've seen him pull you aside. I'm seeing everybody aside and talk about stuff. Sometimes while he's in the middle of his own personal workout, like just to like share a little bit. So yeah, Zach's a good dude. I think he fits in pretty well, and I know he's loving it. So that's cool that you share the same feelings about it. So
that's another thing because like one thing about here is like it's like yeah, it's not the easiest place, like, but I love the team here. That's the thing. Like the team culture is so good. Like that's like what like keeps me going is like how much I love the team. Like the coaches and everything, like I couldn't imagine like wrestling I couldn't even like picture in my brain me wrestling anywhere else around like different people. Like I just like the team a lot, and I feel like that's like how people are able to transition so like just normally into it is just like there's such a good team culture. And, like there's good people on the team too. Like there's just a lot of good people.
we are very lucky to be surrounded by a lot of good people. And I think that's probably the case with the other academies, but that's just kind of like naturally like the type of person that's going to go to a service academy. But I think what we've built over the last year and a half, with the new staff and everything is pretty special. It's been fun for me too, obviously, but I'm not being directly involved with the staff, but the role that I've had in getting to form relationships with you and the other guys too has been pretty cool. So I share your like sentiment with that. I think, I look forward to waking up and going to work every day and like getting to hang out with you guys. So, yeah. And it's fun to see like how much everybody's grown too. Like there's obviously, we're always trying to improve, but like that's like the rewarding part of it is like working with a group of people, and then seeing how far they can go. Like that's pretty cool. And I think it goes back to what you were just saying about really enjoying everybody that you're around, and like everybody's paddling in the same direction, like chasing these same things. I think Coach Colette has done a good job of building a staff and a team culture that does that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he's going to hold you accountable
Oh
to
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like perfect for me though. Just like the way I respond to things, I think like it's perfect for me. The way like Coat's coaching style is. It's kind of funny too because I've always been like a Coat guy, like not necessarily me, but my dad was, and he'd literally have me like my dad used to own a body shop, and I would like just go sitting there in the summer, and I would like watch like Black Ops videos or something, like be watching gaming videos all day, and my dad would come in, go on his Facebook, and like just make me watch all these Colot videos, like for an hour. He would just show me, like, look at this, look at this, look at this, and it was kind of funny because like I wanted to wrestle in college, like in 8th grade. Like I didn't really know what I wanted to do though, because I also really wanted to be in the military. Like that was something I always wanted to do as a kid, but I also really always wanted to wrestle. And I was like, oh, the Naval Academy. And I was like, didn't really look much into it. And I saw Colot got like the job here. And I'm like, I want to go to the Naval Academy because Colot was here. And that was like, maybe, I think it was going in my freshman year, maybe 8th grade. And then I was like, well, my grades aren't that good. So I don't know if that's going to work. That's why I had to go to NAPS. But I was like, I just love Colot's mindset. And that's like what kind of made me jump the gun here. Just having a guy like
Did you apply anywhere else, or were you recruited anywhere else?
Yeah, I was recruited to a lot of places, but like I already knew I wanted to go here. Like I didn't like I didn't really want like a normal like experience, I guess. Like even growing up, I was like, it just seemed perfect for me like in the time because like I wanted to be in the military. I didn't want it like a normal. Like I was in a phase where like I don't want something that's like normal. I want to do something different, and this was like different for me.
Yeah.
And I also like I looked at the opportunities you have, like going here, like your college is paid for, and you have a career afterwards. It's like guaranteed. All you have to do is graduate, and you already have a job. And then like the connections you build and everything, I was like, yeah, I have to go here. Like this is like it might be hard at times, but like you don't really want an easy life either. Like I feel like people are like, oh, I want an easy life. Like an easy life isn't necessarily a good life because you're not like struggles are what make you better. So like you kind of like wish for having like hardships because that's what like makes you grow. So that was also like what helps me get through things here is like it just makes me better. So like it's good for you, I guess.
Wise beyond your years, Dylan Elmore.
Yeah.
You want adversity. You want challenge.
Challenge is good.
No, well, I mean, I think to any degree, like you could take any adversity and make it positive. Like, I think that's awesome that you feel that way. And, it's obviously true. Unfortunately, like we live in a world now where people do want a comfortable life and people do want to be stagnant, but that's not what the Naval Academy is about at all. So that's awesome that you feel that way. I think like that's probably why you've been successful in the sport. That's probably why you got in, and it's probably why you're going to be successful afterwards. No, I mean, I think that's cool that you said that and shared that because it's certainly true.
And like more recently, like I've kind of like changed a lot of my mindset like towards those things, like more in a religious aspect. Because like when I'm cutting weight, I'm like, oh, I'm suffering. I feel so sorry for myself. And I'm like, well, Jesus was starving in the desert for 40 days. So he was suffering a lot worse than I was. And he was doing it to suffer. So I'm like, suffering's good. It makes you stronger. So I'm like, if something's hard, I'm like, this is good. It's making me better. I just keep telling myself that. Like gets me through things. So like even if I'm tired in a match, like this is good. It's hard. Like I'm gonna make it even harder on myself because it's gonna make me better. So.
Yeah, good. This is hard. Good. This sucks. Good. Yeah, no, I mean, if you're telling yourself those things and like you're already like you're ahead of people, like it's so easy to. I mean, seriously, how much more energy do you give yourself when you're telling yourself like, "This is hard. Good. I'm better because of this." Versus,
especially
this is hard.
On the airline workouts.
I can't wait till this is over so I can go into my room and eat a snack. Like, oh no, I can't wait till this is. You're just staring at the clock the whole time. Like, I can't wait. No, good. You want it to be hard. You want it to be hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, you're not making yourself better. Yeah, those airdyne workouts suck. Good.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome, Dylan. I think it's cool. Like, I know the team's kind of integrated into. There's some Bible study stuff going on. I wish it kind of worked into my schedule better. I think it's great that people have started, leaning on their faith and incorporating it into their daily lives as an athlete. I think a lot of successful athletes tend to be pretty spiritual, regardless of their religion. And if that's something the team has time to incorporate into their routine, like I think that's freaking amazing. I think everybody should do that. That wasn't on, like, this is an example of where we're segueing here. Like, this wasn't on my list, but like, have those been going pretty good? Those little Bible studies, and
Oh
who's
yeah,
leading
I love it. I look forward to it every week. Thursday, I'm like
Thursdays?
just waiting for it. Yeah, it might change a little just because like we're in season now, so like Thursdays might be a little strugglesome just with the travel on Friday. You have a lot of stuff to get done Thursday, so it's pretty flexible. But they've been on Thursdays, and I really enjoy it. Also, like not even just so like the material that we're going over, just like being around people, like just like hanging out with all those guys. It's good, especially in the evening. Like day settle down and go hang out with all your friends and talk about cool stuff and then go to bed. So I think it's helped a lot. It's been pretty good. Hopefully, it grows and it keeps going and builds. So I'm excited.
Is it something where you guys all like is it schedule, or is there homework essentially? Like, do they say, hey, like this week we're going to focus on this chapter or whatever? Like who is like writing the syllabus for this, or like
Yeah, so we have like a group chat on Signal, and so we're basically going through like the Gospels right now. We're going through Matthew right now. So like the first week's Matthew 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, and then it just goes up, and then we go to the next one. So I can't remember what the reading is for this week. I'm gonna have to look at it, but I think it's just a chapter by week, and we'll talk about it, and just people bring their notes. I'm not a big writing notes guy. I kind of just keep everything in my brain, but I can't, like, for some reason, I just can't do notes because I'll start writing stuff down and I'll just forget. I'm like, all right. So I just try to remember, but yeah, just bring in notes. Everyone shares their thoughts. Usually end with a prayer. We're just talking about normal stuff, and then we usually get sidetracked quite a bit and we come back, but
yeah,
it's good. It's not like really organized. We just come in, talk about the reading, maybe bring in some quotes, what we thought about it, how we can apply it to our life. Quinn likes to apply a lot to wrestling. Like he's a big contributor, but yeah, how to apply it to wrestling in life is a big thing in it, and I enjoy it, so it helps.
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So is he the one that's like spearheading it, or is it like
Yeah, him and like Ben and Bronicle, they all kind of they're all
okay?
spearheading it. It's like it's not really like there's like one guy. It's like
Yeah.
Mason Collins does a lot of talking too.
Okay.
Big.
How long does it go for? Like an hour?
Yeah, usually about 45 minutes to an hour. It just depends how sidetracked we get. But it's lasted an hour, but we're usually done talking about what we're talking about 35, 40 minutes, and it just goes on.
Yeah.
We keep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, what did you transitioning here to the next thing? What did you think of this past weekend? With the duels, the class, like the individual tournament, like how did you feel it went, like for you, and then like as a team, like why was it good? Where was it bad? And how's it getting us better for next week?
Yeah, I thought for me, like personally, the first day was and the second day I took like a big jump and I did really well. And like where the team was, I think like the first day, like we scrapped, like people are scrapping against Rutgers, like came and like bullied the number 7th guy in the country, like shoved him out of bounds. That was awesome.
Yeah.
We were scrapping. And I thought we built off that for the second day. For me, I kind of ended on a low Saturday, and I was like, I got to my room. I was like talking to my dad. He sent me this text. Let me get my phone. This is what I read this right before my match, and I'm like, all right. I went out. I'm like, all right. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna move my feet and try to get to the legs. I don't care if I like win or lose or anything.
This was Saturday night.
His son, yes, he sent this Saturday night, but I was asleep and I woke up and I read this. Let's see. Find it here. Sent me a picture of a horse. Let's see. Oh yeah, here. Okay, yeah, he said, "Don't think while you wrestle, just wrestle. Actions cause a reaction. Just be you and let it be. Perform to the best of your ability and win and or win or lose. There's no quit in grandma and she's fighting a losing battle, and you could win the battle." That's what he sent me. So I'm like, yeah, it's true. So I'm just gonna go out and wrestle high, wrestle, perform, and see what happens. And it worked out. Like I think sometimes, like even beginning of the season, I've been like kind of more of like I haven't been like in like I necessarily trying to have fun when I wrestle, because when I have fun and I wrestle, like that's when I wrestle good. And like I think a lot of times I've been like trying, I guess, like not to lose because I don't like to lose, but I guess like
Yeah.
to the point where I like don't like to lose so much to where I won't like perform. And
Yeah.
I try to get back to that mindset of like I don't care what happens, I'm gonna like wrestle the best I can and try to attack them. And if I do that and I lose, that's all I could have done. But like I go out there, I know if I go out there and like wrestle like that, I could beat anyone. So
Say that again. Say that again about wrestling, about what you just said about not to lose and stuff. Say that
yeah.
again.
So like I hate losing, so I would like too much to the point where like I would wrestle not to lose. Like I'd go out there, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna hold on to them. Like I'm kind of like I don't want to take too many risks. I'll do this one shot and I'll get it, and I'll kind of like I don't want to lose because I want to feel the feeling of winning. Because I like that's also what motivates me a lot is the feeling of winning because it feels good. And winning's fun, but I just like
But
when
do you
you
think you
wrestle.
wrestle your best when you're wrestling not to lose?
No,
Exactly.
absolutely not. Yeah. When
Yeah.
you wrestle not to lose, you're timid. You get tired. You start thinking too much. Like when I'm wrestling, like when I like don't care when I'm wrestling, like I just go, 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 fake, move, like have fun. Like I don't really get that tired and I just wrestle a lot better. Like it was kind of funny. Like like most of my shots are pretty calculated. Like I just like try to pull people in the traps, but when I'm like moving and faking, I hit a clean ankle pick against that Columbia kid. I didn't even know I hit it until like I had the leg. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up because that was pretty nasty.
I was just moving fake, grabbed his wrist, and I was like, oh, okay.
He was what, like he was ranked pretty high, right?
Yeah, he's like 18, I think.
So if you're not wrestling not to lose, what's the opposite of that? Like what do you tell yourself like before your match or like during the match? What are you telling yourself?
It's mainly like before the match, like during the match, I'm just like go, 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 like when I'm wrestling how I should be. But before the match, I was like telling myself, I'm gonna dominate him. I'm gonna take a million shots. I'm gonna move my feet. I don't care what happens. I'm just gonna take a lot of shots and be fast. And if I lose that way, I don't care because that's all I could have done. But if I win, that's good. So like I try to look at it for like performance base, like not necessarily if I won, but how good I performed.
Yep.
And if I perform my best and I perform my best when I'm moving and like faking and like clearing ties and just a lot of fakes, a lot of quick shots, and that's when I perform my best. So like if I do that, like I'm probably gonna win, but if I don't, like I couldn't really done anymore because that's like the best you can perform.
Just go do your best.
Yeah.
The result will take care of itself. If you're going out there to do your best and compete and score points, like you're not wrestling not to lose. You're just trying to do your best. So here's that Columbia match that we were talking about. Again, he was ranked pretty high. But you just bullied this dude, pinned him in like a minute. Boom. There's that ankle pick. Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't even know I had it until I was like halfway down. I'm like, oh, all right. It's funny, my first turn, pin back points against a ranked kid this year. I'm like, oh.
Wait, that was your first pin?
That was my first turn.
What?
Yeah.
In
I
college?
got on top of him. For some reason, I got on top of him like, I'm turning this kid. I don't care. I baited him into a suckback.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Because I'm like, he has to sit out eventually. He's going to sit out. And then he sits out.
Oh, that was so – you did not hesitate there.
No, I was looking for it.
Oh, got him.
I was like, oh, yeah.
You had some you had some swag going into this match. I saw you like doing some weird like dancing around, like you're hopping around. What is this? What is this? Show me the money.
Yeah, it's kind of threw that in there. That was supposed to be a celebration for a different win, but I'm like, feels right now. Even after the match, I like did a little hoppy, like coming back. But yeah, a lot of it's like some of my dads has always taught me is like focus on what you can control. There's like really only two things really you can control is like your attitude and your effort. Like you can't control if the ref does a bad call. You can't really, at the end of the day, you can't really control if you're win or lose or like, so you fail a test or anything, but you can control everything else that goes into it. Like your effort, preparation, your eating, like that's all the things you can control. So that's like all you really need to focus on. That's kind of like how I try to go about it. Takes a lot of stress off of you too.
Huh?
Takes a lot of stress off of you too, like just having that mindset.
Sure does. Yeah, I mean, attitude and effort. You know, there's a lot of things in your life that you can't control, but how you respond to those things and how you carry yourself, I think, says a lot. So this was the Kamen match against the Rutgers kid, and he was what, like top 10? Was he or 11?
I didn't even know that till after the match. I'm like, Kamen's dominating this kid. And then I'm looking like, oh, okay. I mean, he broke him. This kid was like, it was
number 7.
I've never seen someone get broke like that before.
Well,
especially at the end. That was just a good re-attack.
It was a really good reshot, yeah.
Our conditioning, I feel like, as a team is way better than everyone else's. Like, I've noticed. I don't know if it's because we're early season, we've been going, or like we're just a better conditioned, tougher team than a lot of these people. But I've noticed that like our conditioning.
We're both. I gotta look this kid up. I don't know why I don't know his name off the top of my head. How did he get to his leg?
Is it Shraver? Or is it different?
No, Shaver was
It was 20 or 33, right?
Yeah, that's who Brennan wrestled. But yeah, I remember during this match, I didn't even watch. Like, I wasn't even in the gym when this was going on. I think I was talking to Wask in the back, getting some fresh air or something, and I came back. Like, I knew he had a tough match, and I come back in and I look over at Barton, and he's like, he just teched the number 7 kid in the country, and I'm like, what? Like, what? Caden? Like, no way, dude. How did I miss that? Andrew Clark, senior.
Yeah. It's one thing about Kame is he like doesn't stop wrestling no matter.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care.
He just wrestles. I love watching him wrestle. It's exciting. You never know what could happen. He's as a captain too. He's a really good like wrestler to have as a team captain because like his attitude and everything is like exactly what you'd want out of someone. Like he works hard, he trains hard, he doesn't stop wrestling, always has a good attitude. Like he's just a great captain for the team. That was like a perfect choice for him.
Yeah, came in does do a good job of leading by example. You may not know this. I mean, this isn't something that Kamen's explicitly shared with me, but Colette does bring this up all the time. Is like, Kamen was one of those guys who originally like didn't even really want to sign his 2 for 7, you know, like wasn't sure if he liked it here. And then just like realized that he did, I guess. But yeah.
There we go. 7 years.
Yeah. And no, I agree. He works hard. He's a young man with great character. I think he does a really good job of, like I said, leading by example. But there are situations where I've seen him just kind of be like, hey, You know, is that the right thing? He'll he not in a Cayman way, you know, like he'll say, hey, you can't really do that, you know. Like
a lot different than Coder. He's completely different.
yes. Yeah.
Coder would let you know.
I missed this one. What did he do? He reversed him to his back.
Oh yeah, this is when I started. Like I was kind of getting my singlet on because I put my stuff on late. I looked over and he had him in a Turk. I'm like, oh.
So it's 3-2 now. So 3-7 probably after this, or 3-6. Oh no, they didn't give him 4 back points. I don't know why they stopped it. End of the period. Guy goes down. So maybe it's just 3-2. I don't know if he got any back points there.
He should have. I think he did. He definitely got some back.
Got 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Does he turn him? No. Like I said, this is the first time I've watched this match, so
he gets him in another turn, I think.
Dude, relentless. I mean, I think this is just a great display of what you just said about our conditioning. Like that was 30 seconds of really hard wrestling right there.
I feel like it's weird. Wrestling like that makes you less tired than not wrestling like that. Like just squeezing, I feel like I get so much more tired. I don't know. But like,
and you got a little break there too. So at this point, like it's a pretty even match. Like I don't really know who's winning. I think Cayman's winning. If they gave him back points, it's either 4-4 or 5-4 Cayman.
Yeah, I think he has a little lead right now. I remember.
So he must get some serious back points here at some point.
He starts in the third period. It was like bam, 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 bam. It was like that's when the kid said he was done. Pretty much.
Nice. That was nice. Get it. That's got to be 3, right?
Yeah, right there. I think one good thing to look at too is like when you perform like really well, like when you have a match where like everything felt perfect and like your confidence was great, you like need to reflect on that and like emulate that same thing for every match. So like that's kind of what I did this week, and I was like, I had one really good match, I'm gonna emulate it, and I'm gonna emulate it again. And then I had 3 matches where I wrestled pretty well.
It definitely takes some skill to like you have to remember that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate using this word because I hate it when Spencer uses it, but like that aura, you know, like it's kind of like this like vibe, you know.
I know what you're saying.
Whether it's a song that you're listening to beforehand, or like maybe it's the way you tie your shoes, or like I don't know, like there's something that you remember from that experience where you wrestle really well that you try to like use the next time, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You are?
Yeah. I kind of did that music-wise. I was like,
music-wise?
I remember at Fargo, I was listening to this song, and I'm like, that made me wrestle good for some reason. So I started playing it. Oh yeah, he's turn here, and I played that, and then I played the same lineup I played last year for Ewas for 3rd and 4th. Yeah, I knew he had another Turk.
Or maybe it's a back crack. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe all the back cracks were good. It all positively contributed.
Other people have started coming up to me looking for the back cracks.
It's funny, this little slap too.
Yeah, I know you don't love that, but
it gets you going though.
Wakes you up a little bit.
Gives you that shock. I hate it. Barry will come up behind me and like it's the low back that's the worst. Like they're like, all right, let's go. Like just pat you on the back, like on the low back. He's like, you ready? And I'm just like, my low back's really sensitive. It's just.
Oh, this was the shove, wasn't it? I missed it.
Yeah.
So he must just need a takedown to get the tech.
Yeah, he got a lot of back points. I mean, yeah, that's. I love this part at the end. He just runs him out. Just looks at him.
That was the match, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Yo, that it raised the roof. I feel like Cayman had like some personal vendetta against this guy. He wrestled that dude like real mean. Hopefully, we see more of that throughout the year. Jeez.
For sure.
All right, where we at here? We're 55 minutes. Damn, Dylan, I did not know we were going to talk this long, dude. All right, a couple more things. What are you most looking forward to in your remaining, 2.5 years here? Like, what are you most looking forward to? What do you hope to get out of this experience?
I mean, kind of my whole life, my goal of wrestling was to be a national champ. So that'd be nice if I could achieve that, get on the podium. Like, I want to be getting on the podium this year. Like, I know I'm capable of it. Like, I know I can get there. I know like my potential. I just need to go out and do it. But I think like goal wise, like, is to get on the podium and then get out of it. Just make me tougher, I guess. Build these like lifelong friendships that I'm probably gonna have for a long time just from the guys on the team. But I'm excited. I want to get to the national tournament this year and see what happens. Because like I feel like if I just get in the tournament, I could make stuff happen. I just need to get to the tournament. Like, I don't know. That's always been a thing for me. Like if I can just get in the bracket, I could perform. I just need to get in the bracket.
Something about the lights. Get under those lights.
I don't know. It's just if you put me in there, that's the thing. I feel like once you get there, anything can happen. Like anyone could do anything. Like I feel like once you're in the bracket, like in the national tournament, whatever happened before that doesn't matter. It's like a new season right there, and everyone's right here. It's just like whoever wants it more. Especially on that backside too. Like I've never wrestled there yet. But from hearing guys talking and like being in long tournaments on the backside, like people usually want to quit. Like you lose that
give them a reason.
match, like it's kind of demoralizing. Like if you just put it on someone early, like they'll quit.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like a lot of these guys that aren't highly ranked, they come in and they all Americans because they want it like bad and they won't quit. So I'm just excited also for the Army duel too. Will be at home. I'm excited for that one. I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully,
February 20th. February 20th. No, it's cool that you brought that up. Lots of more information to follow on that one. We're gonna have another social, like alumni social, going on pre-match. But yeah, that one. Yeah, we got to get some redemption back at home for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta get my match back. Gotta win that one. So
yeah, you will
nice.
make some
adjustments. Didn't get it at Ewas,
Yep.
God gives us fiercest warriors his worst stomach aches.
That's right. No, it's good, man. Well, obviously I, selfishly am excited to watch you compete for the next 2.5 years. You've done a great job of wearing the uniform and representing the Naval Academy yourself, and really like the lineage and the legacy of Navy wrestling over the last, 6-7 decades. You've done a good job representing what is Navy wrestling. Something that I don't share enough with you guys is like how many people like are actually invested in watching you guys wrestle. And this isn't to like, and maybe it's because I don't want to add pressure to everybody. But there's so many people that I email and text on a weekly basis, like, hey, how's the team looking? Like, what was going on with this guy? Like, what happened? And, like, what happened? Like, why didn't Dylan shoot, with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left? And it's like, I have the advantage of like seeing the work that you guys put in and like knowing how hard you guys care, how much you care, and how hard you work leading up to those 7 minutes. But I know I say that just because you do a really good job. Like I get a lot of feedback from your matches from people. You do a really good job representing the heritage and legacy of Navy wrestling. and I also say that just to say, like, it's not just you out there. Like, there are decades of Navy wrestlers that are following you and care about not just if you win or lose, but the type of person you are and how you conduct yourself. You just brought up, attitude and effort. Like, you put that on display, every time you lace up your shoes, and that's something people watch and see. So, I look forward to watching you do that every week. And, I love seeing the emails and texts come in, singing your praise. I don't know if you knew that. Did you know that there's like,
No, I had no idea.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
I wish again, I don't maybe want to add like unnecessary pressure to people, but I think it is important for people to really realize, like, I mean, I'm in like a dozen different group chats of different decades worth of Navy wrestlers, and just constantly invested in how you guys are doing throughout the week and how you're competing. I do think it's important that you guys know it, but I also don't want it to be something that, you're thinking about, and it shouldn't be. But
honestly, I think that's like a good thing to think about, though. Like, because then it gives you like more of a purpose of what you're doing, like something for. Like, you're like, oh, I'm performing for this cause. Like, I'm going out there and showing, like, being the best person be out there because of this. Like, I think it honestly helps. Like, that may just me, but like, it gives you a little like sense of purpose for something. If like wrestling for yourself isn't enough, you're like wrestling for like a legacy of like legends wrestlers that's been here for years.
yeah, the General Sattlers, the
Yeah,
the
crazy. Every
the
time
Dan
you
Muellers.
I'm like, dang, it's pretty cool.
Yep. All right, last thing, Dylan. This is one of the longest ones I've done. It's good. It's been really good conversation. Gotta bring up Dylan Lift sometimes.
Oh yeah.
What the heck? How did that get started? And like, what is it now? Like, where are we at with this thing?
Oh, okay. This is kind of it's a story like from high school. Like, so like I have a pretty weird high school friend. You can ask Nick Treaster. He's like, I probably have the weirdest friends ever from high school. Weirdest friend group ever, but it's like I love all of them. But so basically, like one of my best friends has a garage. It's called Carroll Barbell Club. That's what we call it. It's in his garage. It's Sean Carroll. He's a Division I wrestler. He wrestles.
Yeah.
He's NIU's heavyweight.
Yeah.
But so like me and all my friends from football and like wrestling, we'd always go lift there all the time. And so Sean made this first count. Sean doesn't lift, and then there's Mac may lift, Carson can lift, Dylan lifts sometimes, Grant does water aerobics, and then like Austin does cardio, and there's a bunch of accounts, but
Yeah.
there's all these, and the thing is they're all way stronger than I am. If they actually did serious lifts, like I'm not squatting 600 pounds, but
Wow.
Sean can, so I'm
Yeah.
like I have to do something different. So I was like, I'm just gonna make it stupid. I'm just gonna like, I don't know, I gotta. And it was just like I'd be bored, like I just try to make it funny. I don't know, I was just making it like dumb, weird, but kind of like I don't know. I just kind of make it like my personality in a way. Like that's kind of how I am as a person, just talking.
Goofy. Yeah, just goofy.
Yeah. So that's how that started, and it evolved. So like last year, it was like beginning of the year was like random pictures, like with like long captions. So I'd like find this random picture, and I'd be like, I'd make a ChatGPT caption and be like, "Everyone, I'm back. I had a crazy shark accident. I did not die. Whoever started the rumors." And then it like evolved, and then I started making these like review videos. And like they just got a lot of views, so I kept doing them. And it was after season last year. I was bored, so I had nothing going on. And like I've slowed down now because we're in season. It's not like I can go eat some like little baby chips from the mid store right now. Around the nutrition, the wrap snacks. So I haven't really been doing it anymore. I gotta wait till after season.
Yeah. Oh man,
it's fun.
Dylan lifts sometimes. Yeah. Yep. Actually, I think my favorite thing that you've done is the long captions. Like, here we go again. prompts that you insert into it must just be like.
Let me take a minute. I gotta change it up a little bit until I find the right one.
Yeah. All right, Dylan. Well, we are 105 on this 250th Marine Corps birthday. Do you have any other thoughts? We got UNC next week.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'm just excited to wrestle. Like, I love wrestling, so I just like wrestling. So I'm excited for that. I like away duels too. So I don't know why I like the away atmosphere as well. Like I like having a hostile crowd. I don't know why. I like home duels too. Like I love our crowd, but something about being away, like I like staying in the hotel, traveling.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The hotel's nice.
Yeah, I think sleeping in the hotel like the night before, I don't know, allows you to like lock in. You know, like you're at the academy. There's other stuff going on. I think you're right. Yeah, there's definitely something about being on the road that
it just puts in the more competition atmosphere.
Yeah,
I'm excited. You know,
good.
I'm ready to get out there and wrestle. See how the team competes. We're looking good. I have good hopes about it. So I should go out there and be able to dominate. So it'll be good. Hopefully.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule, and I appreciate the conversation. This was a good one, man. Excited to share this, and hopefully we get some good feedback. And good luck with the rest of the season. Excited to again see, all those things that you're talking about, all those goals. You have the power to make those things a reality, and it's my job to help you get there. So
sure, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, but this won't be the last Dylan Elmore Navy Wrestling Club podcast feature for sure.
It's a long one. I might have went off too much talking, but
no, it's good. We had to get the Osawatomie, Kansas background.
But I heard every match, it's like they say it different every time. I'm like, yep, all right. Osawatomie. That was one.
Couldn't have been from like
I see the thing is for Deep Summer, I just wrote Kansas City half the time or like Paola. Because like I'm gonna be honest, I've been to Osawatomie like one time in the past 2 years. Like that's just where my address is.
No, man, it's part of who you are. You can't just like throw that to the wayside. You are from Osawatomie, Kansas. Like that is Dylan freaking Elmore. You can't just make yourself Kansas City Elmore. Yeah.
It's in there.
All right, buddy. Well, have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
See you, buddy.